Welcome to Haflong Talks. And today we have two very well-known personalities from Haflong, fondly known as Miss Borner, one of the most experienced teachers from Haflong, and we have Sir Kishor with us from Bosco School. So today we are going to talk about education, the state of education in Haflong, the challenges in education, if there are any, and if there are issues or problems, how do we go about solving them. A lot of young people through social media, they have been writing to me that they've just applied for a job, they have this interview, but they go there and it's open secret, everyone is talking about how much money do you have to give. Like while giving exams, some people are talking like this, so their morale is really down, and somehow they have also come to know that this is how jobs are being distributed. Even young people who are applying for jobs are talking like this, and they're really frustrated and they're really losing hope with the system right now. So according to the employment exchange, currently there are more than 20,000 educated unemployed youths in Dima Hasao district. The number of educated unemployed youths in Assam, according to 2016 data, is 15 lakhs. Assam produces 2.1 lakh graduates each year. That means it's just going to add on more in the next 3-4 years.
Mostly I understand in this district the first obstruction is coming from these reservations. The common groups, they do not get it because of this, because they have got certain facilities for other groups. Open secret, nepotism is there, then other means are also there to get into the jobs.
Okay.
Maybe these are 20,000 people may be not able to meet all the demands of the day. So my view is that if there is some kind of real competition, then surely the genuine will come out and they will get the jobs.
As far as Dima Hasao is concerned, the job opportunity is very, very less. Another question is, these 20,000, they are categorized to which? If they are arts graduate, yes, burden is there. But if they are science graduate, so far I know, any science graduate, very few students will be sitting there at home. Either this way or that way, they will be absorbed somewhere. Because still here in Haflong, so Miss also will know, in both the schools or other schools also, we need science teacher, maths teacher. We don't find from our district, so we have to go for outside. So automatically, if they are really in need, then this situation will not come.
Should schools adapt so that we train students to be more ready for the job environment which we have in the district? Because there are less opportunities for certain subjects, so but we are training them according to a curriculum which is given to us by the center, and in some cases by the state, for example SEBA. But then at the end of the day you realize you have this degree but you cannot use it to get a job. How do you think we can maybe modify the curriculum or bring some changes? Is that possible, or is that the way to go forward?
Now, first of all, I want to tell that the students of Dima Hasao do not have any concept about their life. I am telling you frankly,
Yes.
They do not know any aim. They don't have any aim.
Correct.
Okay? They fix the aim after the result of matric.
Okay. Why do you think so?
I'm coming to the point. That time, if the person child got say first division with 3 letters, father will say you have to go to science. And he will also think in that line that I have to go to science. He doesn't know what is his capacity. But whereas in the other places they are having this aim from childhood, what they will be. They don't take any extra effort to build themselves up for the future. Their future is mostly built by their parents, and there the flop comes. So this is the main problem with the students of Dima Hasao. They must be more ambitious. They must be more guided for their future.
So I understand when you say they need more motivation. So, but where do you think that will come from? Like parents and schools and teachers. These are the two systems where you are getting information from. And I'll come to the third one later, which is technology, how it is changing. There is a third one. For now, this is how the system has been going on for years and years. You get it from your parents first at home, which is your first school, I would say, and then you join a school, which becomes your second home. Will it be too, judgmental of us if we say that this whole generation has become demotivated?
Because
where are we going wrong?
Society is giving them nothing, because this motivation should come from the society by seeing the various factors. Then they will know what are the things they can have in future. But it is not done yet. If they know it, then they will prepare themselves for that. So that is my thing, is that it is the social factors. Social factors must be there. That society must encourage them with the different ways.
I agree that society has to, build them and encourage them. Sir, if you agree with this, I'm not sure if you do, where is society going wrong? And then what constitutes society? Because parents, school, us students, again, we are all actually part of society. We make up society.
If you ask for 10 rupees from your, say, uncle, auntie, anyone, and if they give you 10 rupees easily, you ask for it, you got it. Instead, if they tell you, okay, I'll give you 10 rupees, clean this table, and then I'll give you 10 rupees. Now, second case, while spending the 10 rupees, you will think so many times, because you did some work. But earlier you did not. So, easy money coming up. After passing metric, majority, I'll say, not all of course, majority of the Dima Hasao boys, they demand Bajaj Pulsar from their parents. This is the first case. And earlier was mobile, and now I think mobile starts from class 5 onwards. So, technology is alright, but they are misusing this technology. They are wasting their time for other things, video games and all this.
Now, this is something that most people are talking about nowadays when it comes to education and the future of students, which is the role that technology is playing, how it has come to the hands of each and every single person. Now the thing is, this is something which you cannot stop. This is the only way human civilization is going to go forward, which is with technology. So in this world, and this is the reality of today's world, do you think it is getting difficult to get the attention of students into the old system of a school and sharing knowledge through teachers? And if it is getting difficult, how can we improve it? How can we rectify it?
Surely technology is giving them informations, but the culture and the cultivation is with the teacher. Because we are dealing with the human beings, not with the machines, no? So machines cannot teach us entirely a human being. There the human hands are necessary. So when the human hands are necessary, I think that teachers have to play the greatest role, how this knowledge can be applied. Knowledge they are getting, but application depends on the teacher and the students and the society.
See, earlier they need something. Teachers also, they also used to go through some different books. But again I am coming to that point again. I am talking about 15%. These 15% students, they go through this internet and all this, they find it out, the data and all this, they collect it, bring it, share with the teachers and go through it properly. But when you tell others, this remaining one, as Miss told, 100% correct, they are misusing this technology. First they have to, technology, how to use it, they have to know.
And how will we know that, sir? Who will teach children how to use technology in the right way?
First thing, now you tell me, if say anyone did not learn properly bicycle, will you give him directly bicycle and tell him to go to the road? Or you will guide him first? Okay, my son is also using. I have broadband in my house, he is using. But that should be guided by the parents. If a student is misusing, parents have to stop. The main switch have to be in the hands of the parents. Or somebody who knows the good and bad of it.
I understand when you say students of Dima Hasao, are not using technology in the right way, but this is a debate which is going around in the whole world.
Yeah.
In big cities also,
Yes.
where they have a good education system, there also a good percentage is using internet in the right way, but a huge percentage of students are also misusing it. One of the biggest problems which human beings are facing right now is that parents are also not trained on how to use it.
I'm not talking about using it. To guide it properly, to follow it. Okay, no need. What my son, what he is doing, whether he is really using it or watching movies, this, that, etc., all, what not. Then my job will be to remove that mobile. I'm not against of technology. But as I told, main switch, I'm talking about again and again Dima Hasao students. Dima Hasao students that have to be guided. Majority of the students, there the problem comes up. Okay, parents cannot guide it, but parents should look after that what they are doing. If you want to go for it, I'm telling once and again, you have to go from the grassroots, from the base, search it out. If you want to rectify the system.
According to you, what would be the base? Where does the base lie?
You gave exam in our school. Can you copy there? No. Now how they can copy? You will find it a common dialogue from hoga nahi padne se hoga mil jayega. So each and every student knows this one. Okay, no problem. So that should be stopped.
That means we have to be stricter in running examinations.
Yes.
No, actually what happens nowadays, what I see, the parents are controlled by the children.
Yes.
Parents are controlled by the children. Because when they are called, these parents are called for their children, we can see that instead of supporting us, they support their children. We have not called for any bad cause, maybe for the corrections of the child. But we will see that the parents again and again, that means say that the child is okay. Okay, घर में तो पढ़ता है, तो यहाँ नहीं पढ़ता क्यों पढ़ के नहीं आया, ये बात. हाँ, घर में तो हफ्ते में पढ़ते ही है तो कहाँ में लिखता तो नहीं कुछ. These are the factors here. Their parents are very much, under the control of the child. If they are called in their language, the child will say something, and that is repeated by the parents. So how can we form the character of a child? What is good, what is bad, you are telling them. But when the parents are told that by their child that nothing to say, you say in our favor, they are speaking. They are also putting us. Most of the cases I find like that. So the parents, this child is taking the chance, no? That nothing will happen to me. Because we cannot turn her out or anything. And so she is quite having an easy life.
So you're saying parents need to be more responsible?
Yes, and that I will say 100%. Okay. 100% I will say.
What I feel is, at the end of the day, we have to find a solution. Both of you said parents have to be more responsible and check on their kids how they're using it. Right now you said, Miss, that parents are nowadays listening more to the students.
Yes.
So it's not happening. Clearly it's not happening. The thing is, with technology, it is growing so fast that when I say parents also don't know how to use it, it's because they've got this mobile now. Parents. I've seen most parents nowadays themselves getting addicted to the phone. I think we'd all agree that technology is playing a huge factor in how the kids' life is shaping up, whether it be for the good or for the bad. So are the schools now going to adapt and bring technology in and try to teach students on how technology should be used? Because going into the future, this is something which I fear, because if the school system does not start monitoring students in terms of technology, I think that there will be huge problem, because I personally don't think parents are going to do that.
No, it's already there.
Okay.
Now, both convent and Bosco smart classes are there. Technology is being used. And so many students, they are going through this technology and is to bring out different facts, even what we also don't know.
Okay.
They are using it.
So can you explain a bit more about the smart classes?
As smart classes, they have different streams. What lesson we have, what we cannot orally, what we dictate. So then they can say for science, if I have to explain electromagnetism, and if I take the help of smart class, I'll find it, the students find it much more easy, because watching is learning.
Yes.
That helps it, and it is going on.
Okay.
It is there in our schools, LP section, high section, convent also they have. So many other schools also they have. Different projects we find it, students made it and found it from the YouTube. Fantastic work. So they are using it. Once again I'm talking about remaining major percentage. They are not using it. They are using it in a false way.
But that's a problem, because they are the majority.
Yeah, as you told, okay, we teachers we are guiding them. We are, along with our, say, in my maths class, very often I used to tell about different things, what happened, what is coming up, this, that, etc. I used to tell. And what is the problem coming up. All these things I used to tell. About technology also, this, that. All right. But how many? The big percent are not listening. Now, can you teach them? Right? You have to start from that grassroots level.
How can we encourage more young people to get interested in teaching as a profession?
Now, first of all, I said that when we go to the class, we never see that how much we get in the purse at the end of the month. We know that is the best we would like to give. And the main reason is that this is my place and I have to bring them up. That was my intention. That's why I never bother so much about the salary. So, but the young generations to attract, it is very hard, because it is a materialistic world, and they would like to give more and more interest in earning, to earn salaries and be off there. So young generation to motivate, I think they must have a feeling for the coming generations. They must have a feeling. Then they will like the profession of a teacher. Profession of a teacher was never very, we can say that, very easy. From the age, yes, I think from the old ages onwards, we find that always they had to fight with so many things. But they always remain very steady with their aim. That's why with all the hardships, even the family suffers, even then they stood by that. But nowadays that spirit is not there. So we have to imbibe that spirit among the young generation, mainly from our students onwards, to teach them how to become a teacher. Mostly they are taught that to become an engineer, to be a doctor, but I always suggest them to be a teacher. Only because that we say that we are the career builder, we are the light of the nations and all this, but we have to prove it in our practice. Now teaching is not a profession but a vocation. So vocation is without my selfish interest I must work. So that part is missing in the society. That's the simple answer.
So many jobs are now slowly getting obsolete, and in the coming days many more jobs will be obsolete. Even traditional jobs are changing, also because of automation which is coming up, and robots and all the fear of robots taking away most of our manual work. So obviously the job market will also change. And till now out here, not just Dima Hasao, in India also, we are not really focusing on that. Already there is a scarcity of jobs here in our district, in our state also. What is happening now, students elsewhere are finding their own interests and creative ways of making a living. So is this something which we can expect here? And because sooner or later, like you said, there will be a problem where there will be a lot of unemployed people, and you're scared to think about that. but then some people will have to do something or the other. So in that space, as schools, as educators, what guidance can we give people on trying to think of alternative careers other than the usual traditional jobs?
First, you have to love the job. I joined Don Bosco. Honestly speaking, Father Sunny was there. He requested me. I thought that okay, till I get any job, I'll continue, as it happened mostly. But after starting my job, I started to love it. And after getting that, I got government jobs also. I discarded. I did not. Now, that interest value, of course, now also we have so many, in both convent and Bosco, so many teachers are there. They love their jobs. But as you are talking about younger generation, till today I did not demand any money. All right. Oh, whatever may be, I am happy with it. I have to do my job, that's all I am doing. You cannot expect all to be that way. If they love, automatically this question will not come up. You have to struggle yourself. First, till today I am learning. I used to see students how they understand. Every year I am learning from each of my students. So I am learning that way. And I am changing. I really, 20 years ago Kishor and present Kishor is big, day and night difference. So I have to have that intuition of learning. Otherwise not. So with devotion, as Miss told in simple word, vocation. I think that vocation word is missing in so many teachers. And that's why whole output is not coming out.
So I think that's an advice you'd like to give to the students, that just really follow your passion and love what you do. And don't worry about how much you'll earn from that profession, but be dedicated. Many a times we have mentioned here, student only going for marks, even parents caring only about marks. Many educational systems are changing and giving up the old mark systems, percentage systems. What are your personal views on grading system, mark system? Do you think it can be modified, or do you think it has a place?
I find the society wants marks because they have to get their children get fitted for the future, because they have to get admissions here and there. So when they go for the mark systems, then we have to change our system, because Seva, what Seva is doing will not allow them to get the marks with the other part of the country. Other part of the country they get 100 upon 100%. Their cut-off mark is 99%. Here is the who come first. He got 92%. So our children has got no scope for another in the better world. So we can find that if I have to fit myself, and what is needed for the day is the what is called mark system. And when we speak in our way, then we said that no, you have to have got knowledge. Mark system, though only you trick of this one and you get the marks. Distractors are there. So we said that no, you have to know the things properly and all. But in that way, I think our children, really they are deprived. Mark system has got, it is accepted throughout the country. Without marks they cannot do. How much you know and how much nobody is going to bother about it. Only we the teachers feel that no, that boy is very good, no, he has got great knowledge. But when he goes to the society, nothing. As I told you, our seva, we have to teach many things, no? Many things may be good for the knowledge, but when the scoring comes, then we find the score, they cannot score, because the question pattern is such. But other places they get. So we are deprived. So in that way, mark system, we have to go for the future of our children, for the marks.
What is increasingly happening all over the world, and they are predicting that it is only going to happen more in the next 10 to 20 years, is that job employers nowadays, especially companies and all, they are looking at they are screening and looking at your skills and then selecting. Recently there was a survey where all these job employers, they gave their inputs, and the result of the survey was that the success of your career does not depend on your education qualification. And that is why, because companies and job employers, they want security also from the employees side, that they want as much productivity as possible. Still to be, common in India right now, but it is slowly happening, and I feel that is going to be the trend only. So it is in this context actually I wanted to know that what is the future going to be like. Maybe not in the foreseeable future, but in the future, do you see like the education system changing in terms of how we perceive skills and marks and grading system?
Okay, as far as marks are concerned, earlier so many students were there, they did not score nice result. But they, in their own field now, they are existing with it, the system. They have no problem now. So many of them are successful. They may not be doctor, engineer, but in their own life, they are going for it. Okay, that. Why? As because they had knowledge. They may not get that quality of marks, but at present, is the students are running for knowledge or marks? There the big problem comes up. I'm talking about not many more years ago, but present generation students, present students. Why? Why this happens? Why they are going? Even the parents are also. You are taking today maths in a certain class. All are running after it. Day after tomorrow, routine changes and I took maths. All will come up here. Why? It's going on. It is I can give you so many examples that way. So if they are really interested for knowledge, they will never could have not done that one. Why now coming up this? So they are running for it. I feel pity when I stand in front of that lower class primary level for that half mark, 1 mark, one student did not get first rank. Second one, parents are so upset as if he failed in metric. Whereas they used to forget that this child, when they grow up and ultimately come up to 9, 10 level, then only there is a drastic change occurs by this time. I have so many examples. Lower class, 90s marks. Now that marks came to 50s, 60s. So it is running for that mark system.
So unfortunately both of my camera batteries died after this. Extremely sorry that the discussion had to end abruptly like that. Anyways, we are almost at the end of our discussion. Of course, when it comes to things like this, a session is never enough. We have to keep the dialogue going on. So if you want to share some ideas, if you want to share some opinions, especially if you are a student and if you have your own views, do share it with us. In the coming days, we will try to get more opinion of teachers, maybe principals of schools and colleges, and of course students. We have to know their point of view, because at the end of the day, when we talk about education, it's for them, it's for the students, it's for the future of the students. Yes, share the ideas and see you soon. See you at the next Haflong Talks. Bye bye.